Hi guys, Russ and Ian from the Conditioning Centre here. Right, Ian, good way. So this is going to be hopefully one of many in a series called Why It Works. Basically, our idea is that there are loads of fads and trendy things. Trendy. I always sound like a dad when I say trendy. I have a son, so it's legit. I'm allowed to do it. All these fads and things that come out in the fitness industry and Instagram and all this kind of stuff that people jump on the bandwagon of. So you're gluten-free, you're paleo, you're HIIT training, you're this training, you're this training, you're that, you're whatever. And they often kind of like blow up and become this huge thing and then totally disappear. But the thing is, fads are often based on some form of something that does work. Otherwise, it would never get any traction. You'd never hear about it because if it totally never worked. So there must be something at the bottom of this fad that works. So the idea is we're going to pick apart the fads a little bit, help you understand what the best bit is, the thing that can work for you in your case, but take away all that crap that might make you look like an idiot, or might actually hurt you or cause some kind of negative. So hopefully by the end of it you end up with all the key nuggets, and it's the way that we coach here at the Conditioning Centre. We look across the whole of what's going on, we research stuff, we figure out what works by trial and error on ourselves, and using it on our clients and seeing the best bits, and then building a model of training that works on all the best bits of all the various different training styles. That's why we call strength and conditioning, basically. All right. So the first one we're going to do is the whole gluten-free thing. So Ian, do you want to tell us about what gluten is?
Yeah, so gluten is something that you find in a lot of kind of grainy foods. It's basically a little bit of protein that's in there. Your body basically finds it quite hard to digest, and it causes a little bit of inflammation in there. Some people don't notice this at all, but some people are very, very intolerant to it. So they have basically celiac disease where you can't digest it and it causes you real discomfort and irritation. And that's kind of taken off as something that everybody now does in terms of taking that out of their diet because it makes those people healthy, but not necessarily the people who don't have the issue with it in the first place. So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, exactly right. So basically what we're saying is that you may well have a problem with gluten intolerance, and you'll probably know about it if you do, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, your digestive function will be all over the place when you ate something with gluten in. But the thing is, the reason it's become so trendy is that gluten gets put into foods to make it more palatable, to kind of bind it together, make it more chewy and tasty. Think like bread, cereal bars, and then chewy bits and bats like that. So what effectively it can be a marker of is foods that have very low nutritional value, but high calories. So you end up eating loads of them. You don't feel particularly satisfied. Your body doesn't get any kind of benefit from it, so your appetite doesn't come down. Because when you eat, you should be filling a void that your body needs some kind of nutrient or vitamin or mineral or thing, right? Yeah. To kind of recover from your training or your lifestyle or just live optimally. And then your appetite should come down because it's satisfied. But if you don't give it those vitamins and minerals and nutrients, your appetite stays up. So you're just thinking about the next kind of food. Yeah,
absolutely.
So gluten often is kind of a marker of those kind of foods. So it's not actually being gluten-free, which is the thing. Mm-hmm. It's avoiding those crappy foods. Exactly right. So by going gluten-free, yeah, you cut out all that kind of stuff, but you also cut out a lot of foods that that you could eat fine and have no problem with. And it's not that you're gluten intolerant; you just don't need all them extra calories from that food.
Yeah, absolutely. And basically, all kind of gluten-containing foods are going to be basically carb-based. So if you're taking those out of your diet because you're thinking gluten-free is the thing to go, what you're essentially doing is taking a food group out of your system, which in one way could be good because it cuts down your calories, which puts you in a calorie deficit, which helps you lose some weight. But on the other side, like Russell said, it might take some fibre out of your diet, it might take some vitamin and minerals out. So just bear that in mind and think gluten might not be the bad thing, it might just be those kind of processed foods that are giving you the issue.
Yeah, exactly. So have a look across your diet, see, have a look on the label, see what's got gluten in, and if it does, just have a think about whether it's a food that provides some value or whether it's just something that provides some calories and a sugar hit that makes you feel good temporarily. All right, so hopefully that's the first one of why it works. Hopefully it all made sense, and we'll look forward to the next one. We're going to talk about all sorts of things, like loads of different diet things, loads of different training methodologies, loads of different mindset stuff. We might even talk about crazy stuff like meditation and that kind of thing at some point. Basically, we just want to talk about everything that we come across where we go like, really? Like, do you need to be doing all of that, or is it just that one little thing? So hopefully that makes sense. Cheers!